Hey everyone, Ted Keith along with Albert Chen for SI.com. Spring training is getting closer, so we're finally able to talk about some real baseball storylines coming up, Albert. After a very busy offseason, one of the top moves of the year with Washington Nationals signing Max Scherzer away from the Detroit Tigers, which gives them now a rotation of 6 guys. And we've heard that there might be a trade after they signed Scherzer, but a few weeks in, still nothing. Now that we're into spring training, do you expect the Nationals to open the season with these 6 starters, or should we still expect a move somewhere in the next few weeks?
I mean, it just seems highly unlikely now that we're a few weeks from spring training now. You know, the thing is, on paper, this is the best rotation in baseball, no question about it. You add Scherzer to that rotation with all the embarrassment of riches that they have in that rotation. Now you have Tanner Roark, kind of the odd man out in the starting 5, but he's got experience as a reliever. You know, these things tend to play themselves out in terms of, you know, how injuries and, you know, guys struggling through the season. Steven Strasburg has certainly that injury history. So you do kind of not worry about it too much in terms of how this is going to play out. I think Roark is probably going to slot into the bullpen for starters. But I think the Nationals, it's a strong starting 5, the best starting 5 in baseball. So I think they're just very happy to have that right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should roll the dice with what they got. But another name that we've heard has been dangled in trade talks off and on, really not even just in the offseason, going back beyond that, is Cole Hamels of the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies have finally started that long-awaited rebuild, so it doesn't look like Hamels is going to be pitching for a contender anytime soon. We hear his name dangled sometimes. Do you expect him to be traded? And if so, do you think it happens before the season starts, or do you think the Phillies wait and see how the contenders and pretenders sort of shake out the first few months of the season?
Yeah, I mean, Hamels made a lot of sense in San Diego. He's from there. San Diego was very aggressive this winter, and I think they needed that number 1 starter to go along with Andrew Cashner in the rotation. And I think that really would have positioned San Diego well. But they got James Shields, so I think that's a very good consolation for them. So that takes San Diego out of the running. I think that really kind of is going to quiet things in terms of the Cole Hamels talks, you know, for really until probably the trade deadline. I just don't see anything materializing during spring training. You know, these Cole Hamels talks are getting a little tiresome right now, but we just know that, you know, Ruben Amaro is really waiting to be blown away by a package of young prospects and young players who are ready to make an impact on this team. So I just don't see it being very likely that Cole Hamels is going to be dealt.